All right, so we're back. Doing their part to honor, preserve, and share old-time music, they are Hap Wittrick on the mandolin and vocals, Jack McNally on guitar and vocals, Ryan Rusnak on banjo and vocals, and George Bowe on bass and vocals. They're Beaver County's hardest working bluegrass band, they're Mulefactory.
Thank you, Connor. I think we're gonna get right into some music here. Kick 'em off, Ryan. She don't need me, went and found someone new. Left me alone, sitting at home, nothing in the world to do. Stomach's churning, my eyes are burning, my hair is turning gray. I'm in trouble deep, Lord, I can't sleep since she went away. And blues, they got me, tears roll down my face. That woman, she left me crying all over the place. Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate that. Everyone good? Well, my income is short on outcome. When Friday rolls around, I'm broken and some. 'Cause of what I'm making, somebody's taking my bankroll further in the hole. My life's a never ending IOU. I need a change of luck to pull me through. 'Cause of what I'm making, somebody's taking my bankroll further in the hole. I'm disgusted, the old Chevy's busted. My motor locomotion been adjusted. I'm no longer riding, I'll just be striding. Poor boys stroll further in the hole. My life's a never-ending IOU. I need a change of luck to pull me through. 'Cause of what I'm spending keeps me descending with Mr. Moe further in the hole. It's confusing, it's not amusing. Though I'm working, I just can't win for losing. I'll say yes, man, to the IRS man, throwing my bankroll further in the hole. My life's a never-ending IOU. I need a change of luck to pull me through. 'Cause what I'm spending keeps me descending with Mr. Moe further in the hole. My life's a never-ending IOU. I need a change of luck to pull me through. 'Cause what I'm making, somebody's taking my bankroll further in the hole. All what I'm spending keeps me descending with Mr. Moe further in the hole. Thank you, we appreciate that. My name is Hap Wittrick, and we are the Mulefactory, and there's no place on earth would rather be right now than here with you folks. Thank you all for coming out. Thank you. I'd like to thank Glen Oaks, of course, man. The logistics that go into this weekend is utterly amazing. We've come down a few years. First time we had an opportunity to play, and like I said, we're just really happy to be here. I'll introduce a few guys as we go along here. Ryan actually printed me a set list in large print, but guess what? It's not quite large enough. There we go. Uh-oh, still got to put glasses on. Oh, we're going to introduce a guy on my right. I met him many years ago, probably about 8 years ago. He always gets nervous when I start introducing him because I met him through a personal ad in a newspaper.
Get your minds out of the gutter.
He put an ad in there and said, looking for folks to pick bluegrass music with, and we called him up and fell in love with my daughter, gave me a grandkid, and took my guitar.
I let him play the guitar once in a while.
Once in a while. Make welcome from Big Beaver, Pennsylvania, Jack McNally.
Thank you.
What song are you gonna do, Jack? I didn't introduce the tune.
I'm going to do an old country tune. It was recorded by Stonewall Jackson, Elvis, and a few other people, I'm sure. It's called Wash My Hands in the Muddy Water. 1, 2, 3, 4. I was born in Macon, Georgia. Kept my daddy in the Macon jail. He said, son, better keep your hands clean so you don't hear those bloodhounds on your trail. But I fell in with bad companion, robbed a man in Tennessee. Sheriff caught me way up in Nashville, and he locked me up and he threw away the key. Wash my hands in muddy water. Wash my hands, but it didn't come clean. I tried to do what my daddy told me, but I must have washed my hands in a muddy stream. Go ahead, Ron. The jailer, when's my time up? He said, son, we won't forget. You just try, keep your hands clean, and we may make a good man of you yet. And I couldn't wait to do my sentence. I broke out of the Nashville jail, and I just crossed that line of Georgia, and I can hear those bloodhounds on my trail. I washed my hands in muddy water, wash my hands, but they didn't come clean. I tried to do what my daddy told me, but I must have washed my hands in a muddy stream. My hands in muddy water. Wash my hands, but they didn't come clean. I tried to do what my daddy told me, but I must have washed my hands in the muddy stream. Yes, I must have washed my hands in the muddy stream. Thank you.
We're not letting him off the hook that easy. Mr. Jack McNally, got another tune for you. I think I finally figured out who wrote this. What did I tell you, George? Ed Mayfield.
Yes, Ed
Played guitar with Bill Monroe for a time period there from Texas. He wrote this next tune. And I guess it's an unrequited love song, right? You know what unrequited means?
I can't say that I do, I guess.
Figure it out. Got Google, right?
Yeah, I'll have to look it up on my phone. Them dictionaries take too long.
Means unreturned, my friend. And it's called Knocking on Your Door. I'm knocking on your door.
I'm knocking on your door again, my darling. I'm knocking on your door, please answer me. I'm trying to make you realize, my darling, that you're the only one that was meant for me. 2 years ago you said you'd always love me and promised me your happiness so true. But now you've gone away, dear, with another, and I wonder if you feel the way I do. I'm knocking on your door again, my darling. I'm knocking on your door, please answer me. And I'm trying to make you realize, my darling, that you're the only one that was meant for me. I'm knocking on your door again, my darling, to return those letters that you wrote to me. But I'll never read them now again, my darling. I'm going far across the deep blue sea. I'm knocking on your door again, my darling. I'm knocking on your door, please answer me. I'm trying to make you realize, my darling, that you're the only one that was meant for me. So goodbye, my dear, I'll know you'll soon forget me, and I hope that you find happiness so true. And wherever you may go, sweetheart, remember, my love will always be the same for you. I'm knocking on your door again, my darling. I'm knocking on your door, please answer me. I'm trying to make you realize, my darling, that you're the only one that was meant for me. Yeah, that you're the only one that was meant for me.
Jack McNally.
Thank you very much.
How about a big round of applause for those sound guys out there, huh? What an amazing job that is. Oh, okay, I get to introduce my buddy Ryan over there. You seen Ryan flicking with the last band? Some friends of his from back in the day. We've worked with them, and we're just really blessed to have him. A good bluegrass band absolutely has to have a good banjo player, and we are blessed to have Ryan in Beaver County. We don't have a lot of banjo players in Beaver County. And he's gonna do an old tune. I think it's a traditional tune. Might not be. It's called The Road to Columbus. I'm not quite sure who wrote it, but Ryan does a fast job and a fine job. But no matter how fast he picks, and I paid close attention to this, folks, and you can watch right now, no matter how fast he picks, his fingers never leave his hands. Ryan Rusnak.
Sometimes my thumb pick leaves my hands, however. Hopefully it will not do that.
Kick her off, Ryan. Jack McNally. It's a real pleasure to have this gentleman to my left. Known him for quite a few decades. We started playing bluegrass music in a band together many moons ago. I won't even tell you.
At least 3 years, I think.
When his hair was brown and I actually had hair, we played in a band called the Jump the Fence. And, I've known him ever since. A beautiful wife and a couple of children. And recently, I will call it semi-retired. He stepped away from work and they dragged him back in as a subcontractor, I would guess, some shape or form.
Yeah,
But lives mighty close around here. Right over here in, I keep saying Independence, but it's actually
It's Hanover.
Hanover Township, not very far away. Make welcome George Bowe, would you? Fine bass player, also tinkers around with a guitar and a banjo and sings some harmonies. Gonna sing harmony on this old Flat and Scruggs tune we're about ready to lay on you. It's a tune called I'll Take the Blame. I slept around here, two-timing you, all having fun, dear, like some guys do. But now I'm sorry, and now I'm blue. Forgive me, darling, it's all up to you. I won't blame you two-time too. I'm so guilty for the things I do. I danced around, played every game, and if you leave me, I'll take the blame. Ain't got much money, just a pauper guy, trying to live on love, dear. Without your love, I'll die. So don't leave me, whatever you do. I'll squeeze me, darling, when I'm loving you. And I won't blame you if you try to. I'm so guilty for the things I do. I danced around, played every game, and if you leave me, I'll take the blame. I won't blame you if you two-time too, 'cause I'm guilty for the things I do. I danced around, played every game, and if you leave me, I'll take the blame. Well, if you leave me, girl, it would be a shame, but when you go, I'll take the blame. Thank you, thank you. Got a quick joke for you. We did a job maybe a month or so ago. It was right at the end of a golf course. It reminded me of an old joke I hadn't heard for a while, but I'm going to tell you tonight. I'm sure you might have heard it before. One day, Moses, Jesus, and an old man's playing around a golf. And it's a par 3 course, and they want to get on the green first before they move on. So Moses steps up and drives the ball over the lake, falls right in the lake, right? Green's right on the other side of the lake. Moses walks up to the lake, spreads the water, goes down and chips the ball up onto the green. He's on. Jesus comes up, drives the ball, goes way high in the air, sure enough falls about 4 foot short of the lake. Of course, Jesus, he just walked right across the water there and tickled the ball up and chipped it up onto the thing. The old man, he steps up to the green and slaps the ball as hard as he can, goes almost straight up in the air coming down into the lake, and here comes this smallmouth bass come up and caught the ball right as it was ready to hit the lake. Started arcing down. Wouldn't you know, right before he hit the water, an eagle grabs the bass, hauls it out over the green, squeezes the ball right in the putt. Moses looks at Jesus and says, "Man, I hate playing golf with your dad." Thank you. Appreciate that. You know, we're big believers that music and laughter is two of God's greatest coping mechanisms. So music is God's language. We're going to get to a gospel song. I think I was supposed to save that joke for that. But we have another tune lined up.
You ain't down home.
Oh, we're going to do an old country song. That's actually not an old country song. We don't listen to much country. We do like bluegrass, but we heard this one about a dozen years ago by a lady named Julie Roberts. I keep wanting to say Julia Roberts for some reason. good. We're going to go back to Jack McNally. I'm not sure about our time, Connor. If we start running late, you make sure you throw something at me, right? Not a tomato now.
If it is a tomato, take it out of the can first.
We're going to feature Jack. We consider ourselves a bluegrass band, but we like a lot of classic country and, I don't know, there's some jazz tunes and western swing, things like that really light us up. I'd like to talk a minute about some of our programs up there in Beaver County. We do operate a place called the Musical Learning Experience, where we're trying to spread into schools and such things, a little bit more stringed instruments. We also operate a home church music program where we give free stringed instrument lessons and a concert series that's about 10 years old. I'd like to invite you up to Beaver County on April 7th. That'll be our last concert. You can find us on Facebook at Home Church Music or Musical Learning Experience and see some of the things we're doing. We always like to meet new folks and come on out. So Jack's going to do a Merle Haggard tune for you after I said all that and put you to sleep for a second there. Going to do a tune called fits right up his alley here, huh?
Working Man's Blues.
Yeah, buddy.
I'd like to say something. We only have 3 kids in our house, and I know there's friends of mine, a couple families out there that have a lot more than that. And one of the lines in the song is working hard with 9 kids and a wife. So I have 3. I couldn't imagine what it's like for you larger families. So I guess I can kind of send this out to you, I guess.
Anybody specific?
It's a big job getting by with 9 kids and a wife. I've been a working man darn near all my life, and I'll be working as long as my 2 hands are fit to use. I drink my beer at a tavern and sing a little bit of this working man blues. I keep my nose on the grindstone, work hard every day. Get a little tired on the weekend after I draw my pay, but I'll be working. Come Monday morning, I'm right back with the crew. I drink a little beer that evening and sing a little bit of these working man blues. I'll be working. Gotta buy my kids a brand new pair of shoes. I drink my beer at a tavern and sing a little bit of these working man blues. Sometimes I think about leaving, do a little bumming around, throw my bills out the window, catch a train to another town. I'll be working. Come Monday morning, I'm right back with the crew. I drink a little beer that evening and sing a little bit of this working man blues. one place I will not be, 'cause I'll be working. Come Monday morning, I'm right back with the crew. Well, I drink a little beer that evening and sing a little bit of these working men blues. Yes, I drink a little beer that evening and sing a little bit of these working men blues.
Yeah, Mr. Jack McNally.
Thank you very much. Hey, I'd like to introduce this guy on the mandolin. I work in the construction business, so we jab each other with little jokes all day. So here's what I have to say. He's been probably listening to bluegrass music before I was born. Well, I think he was born about maybe 1856, or rather maybe 1956. I guess that would be more accurate. But he's the real deal. He's into music. He's passionately into music. He gives lessons. You heard him mention how he gives lessons every Thursday, or every couple times a week. He gives lessons at the church he attends. He puts on a concert series. We recently raised some money for a friend of ours. We had a benefit concert. It was a pretty big event. He played a big role in that. But I guess the main thing I want to say, this guy's a real deal. He's into music passionately, and that's what stands out to me about him, I guess. Everybody, make welcome. Put your hands together for Hap Wittrick.
Thank you. Thank you, Jack. $2 in the jukebox, a dime at a time. Singing songs about love gone wrong till closing time. $2 ought to do it, honey, by the wine. And we'll put it in the jukebox, one dime at a time. My whole life saving $2 bill. That's why I'm here tonight. I got time to kill. Gonna tell my story about 20 times as we put it in the jukebox, one dime at a time. $2 in the jukebox, one dime at a time. Singing songs about love gone wrong till closing time. $2 ought to do it, honey, you buy the wine, and put it in the jukebox, one dime at a time. Now pardon me, honey, mind if I sit down? Misery loves company, and I believe I found someone who's lonely. Don't believe I'm wrong. If you had somewhere to go, it'd have been long gone. $2 in the jukebox, one dime at a time. Singing songs about love gone wrong till closing time. $2 ought to do it, honey, you buy the wine, and we'll put it in the jukebox, one dime at a time. got one more, Connor. We got time for one more? Oh, Connor said do another set or two. He don't care. We're going to do a gospel song to finish up for you. My name's Hap Wittrick. In behalf of Ryan Rusnak, George Bowe, Jack McNally, once again, folks, we're just so happy to be down here and see you folks, and we're happy to meet and say some howdies if you'd like that. And what a amazing lineup they got here this weekend. Started last night, going through today, and of course tomorrow. Let's give a big round of applause for all the volunteers and the administration. You know, when you get children involved this deeply in something, adolescents, children, whatever you want to call them, I don't want to say they're kids and stuff, but my goodness, the growth and the just the love that you see going on. Thank all you guys for coming out. We're going to do a tune called River of Jordan, I believe is the name of this song. Is that correct, Jack?
That's it.
All right, let's give her a shot.
To the river of Jordan, our Savior went one day. Read that John the Baptist met him there. When John baptized Jesus in Jordan's rushing waters, the mighty power of God filled the air. Well, I'm on my way, gonna wade right in. I'm going down to the river of Jordan. Let the cool waters cleanse my soul. King Naaman was stricken with dread leprosy, sent for the man of God to pray. That man said to Naaman, go dip yourself in Jordan, let the cool waters wash your spots away. Well, I'm on my way, gonna wade right in. I'm going down to the river of Jordan, let the cool waters cleanse my soul. Now the river of Jordan is many miles away, mighty river I may never see. I found myself an altar in some old-fashioned church. That will be the river of Jordan for me. Well, I'm on my way, gonna wade right in. I'm going down to the river of Jordan. Let cool waters cleanse my soul. Well, I'm on my way, gonna wade right in. I'm going down to the river of Jordan. Let the cool waters cleanse my soul.
We are the Mulefactory. Thank you folks for coming out. Enjoy your day.